Welcome back to my channel, everybody. It's Jackie and I'm sharing some new journals with you today that I've been working on. I'm going to do them in separate videos as I normally do. I'm starting with this one, which is the March Design Team project for Chapter 1 papers. This is one of their new embroidery kits, and I've made a very similar journal to the one I made last month. Some of you may have seen that. It's just back down the timeline a little bit. I've done it slightly differently because I've used the papers for the cover. I've protected those with acrylic spray, so if they did get wet they shouldn't run, fingers crossed. And the reason I've done it the same or very similar is because I've also put together a tutorial on how I made this journal. So if you're looking at this, the tutorial should be up more or less at the same time. I think there's six or seven episodes, if you like, on how I put this together. So it's approximately 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. It's chipboard covers. There's a 2-inch spine, and there are 5 signatures in here. And as I said, I've used the embroidery kit from Chapter 1 papers. If you want to see the actual kit, obviously you can go to their Etsy shop, which I will link below, or you can go to the beginning of my tutorial where the first 4 or 5 minutes of episode 1, I do leaf through the kit for you there. So this is a journal that's being called Anne Marie, which was more or less the name of my great-grandmother. She was Anna Maria, but I liked the connection there, so I haven't put anything in this book plate because the name Anne Marie is showing through there. So I'm leaving that. I mean, if you wanted to change the name of the book, you could obviously cut a bit of card and slot it in here. So inside, I originally was going to keep this really neutral, but in the end I've used both kits. I couldn't resist putting some colour in this, so I've used both kits. In this front pocket, I suppose I should say the fabric spine is all glued and reinforced. It's actually stitched as well here and here, so it's pretty sturdy, I hope. This little tag is just some rag paper over card, and this is cut down from one of the tags from the embroidery kit. Coloured embroidery kit, I guess you should say. These pages are from the more neutral version, and I've got some stitching or sewing charms on the beginning of each signature, so some scissors there. There's a little bit of stenciling. I've kept that quite subtle. I didn't want anything too garish. This is a page from the kit that I've just fussy cut out to give it a bit of shape. This is from a vintage sewing book. I've stitched around this tea-dyed paper. This is some ledger paper. This is an envelope from the embroidery kit with the colours, and inside here I've put a little mystery envelope. I made this quite a while ago, and there are some things in there, but I can't remember what they are. Probably need to just snip the bottom off if you want to find out what's in there. You might want to let me know. Just be some little tickets or something along those lines. The centre of the first signature I've got pockets. This is from the kit. It's something I've printed out onto I call it layout paper. I think it's similar to newsprint, and I've just aged it as it was in the printout. It's got tea-dyed digital on the back. That tea-dyed digital is from their floral kit, not the embroidery kit. Some little bobbins with this kit. You could wind some thread around there. I decided not to do that because I didn't want to make this journal too fat. I've got a little coin envelope here. It's empty, and a magazine page, what people are wearing. That's from a magazine called The Housewife, and I think that's late 1800s. ledger paper. That's the other side of this. This is a fabric pocket. This is the same fabric that I've used behind the spine here. You can just see it peeping through. And in here I've got this old pattern cover, which I've had for a long time, but I thought it sort of suited this journal. I don't know why. Well, it's sewing obviously, but I thought the colour looked nice with it as well. And this is a reproduction of my Anna Maria, my great-grandmother. That's taken in about 1910. The original was taken about 1910, and I've made a little charm, I suppose, here with papers, both taken from the chapter 1 kit. There's a little sewing machine on this ruffle. This is vintage French ledger, and I've done a journal card from the kit here. This again is printed on that fine paper and aged a little bit, and I've used a tag here with a sort of sewing theme. This is just backed onto white card. This is a tracing paper page. This is a book page. I liked it because of the costumes and the colours. I've got another journal card in the other side, and this is from a 1949 French sort of sewing magazine. So our centre signature, I've got a little heart. I'd only got 4 sewing charms, so we've got a heart on that one. This is from the kit, and I've used some of the handmade paper to make a belly band. There's another vintage book page, and this is from the printed from the chapter 1 kit. Got some vintage note paper, a bit more of that stenciling. This is from the sewing book. This is my centre. Another envelope. This time I've made it from 6 by 6 inch paper pad sheet. This is from the kit, and in here there's just some little odds and ends that I've put together, little tags, and that fastens round like that. So we've got this little sewing machine here. In this one I've got an empty coin envelope from chapter 1 and a magazine page, another stitching magazine page. I've tried to keep them, try to follow the theme really, more or less anyway. This is a vintage letter. This is my Flower Fairy card, and you will see it's my Flower Fairy signature as well. This is from the French embroidery magazine again. And a little dangle. This is a Tim Holtz, cut from a Tim Holtz card. It's tracing paper, and here I've got a page from a very old Flower Fairies book from the 1920s. And in here we've got a letter from 1923 and a vintage postcard. No stamp on that. Again, I quite like the colours. Another envelope from the kit, again with some bits and bobs in there. Stitched around that one just for a change, and put a bit of lace down here. The other side of the letter, there's a pocket here. Some pretty green stenciling. Cotton reel tag on there. Another belly band, horizontal this time, and that's a vintage book page, and I've done another of those fabric, or what do they call it, rag paper tags. Another matching the tag that I put earlier in the book. A little toad here, which I quite liked. Nothing to do with sewing, but I liked him, and I quite liked the way this stencil turned out to pick up the colours. That was more by luck than anything. I've got another dangle here, and in this one I've got an old computer card, a library card, and another vintage postcard. I can't read the date on that, but it's probably the early part of the last century. And then on the back cover I've got a little pocket, a little embroidery that I've done. So that's a writing journal. Little charms out. Oh, did I show you the coat hanger? Little coat hanger there as well. So that's the edge of the book. So thank you so much for watching. This will be in my Etsy shop when this video goes up. And if you're interested in making one of these, have a look at the tutorials, which also should be showing on my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.